live to visuals of Prime Minister Modi, who visited the Kaziranga National Park in Assam early this morning. Prime Minister Modi's jungle safari. You see those pictures exclusively here on India Today. The first Prime Minister, in fact, to spend the night at Kaziranga. Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrived in Assam for a two-day visit. He arrived in Assam last evening. He went on a safari early this morning. He will also be dedicating projects in Jorhat later in Assam and addressing a rally over there as well. So he is going to inaugurate and lay the foundation stone for projects worth 18,000 crore rupees later in Assam. Prime Minister Modi, he took the elephant and jeep safari inside Assam's Kaziranga National Park and Tiger Reserve. This, in fact, his maiden visit to the UNESCO World Heritage Site. He first took the elephant safari in the Mihimuk area of the central Kohora range of the park, followed by the jeep safari inside the same range. So those pictures you see of Prime Minister Modi on his jungle safari early this morning. He was expected to have been there by about 5:45 a.m. this morning at the Kaziranga National Park and Tiger Reserve, which is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Kaziranga National Park, in fact, is famous, viewers, for one-horned rhinoceros. Also, elephants, wild water buffalo, swamp deer and tigers are found in this national park, which is very famous, and several, of course, wildlife enthusiasts visit Kaziranga National Park as well. This is the Prime Minister's maiden visit, though, to the Kaziranga National Park. As he's in the area, he's decided to go on this early morning jungle safari. He will be in Jorhat later this afternoon. Jorhat is not very far from Kaziranga National Park. So this is, viewers, en route between Guwahati and Jorhat, where you can stop. If you're on a ride to Jorhat, you can stop at Kaziranga National Park. The Prime Minister there, in fact, early this morning on that jungle safari. We're getting you these exclusive pictures from that early morning safari that the Prime Minister took in Kaziranga National Park. So he went on an elephant safari, as you can see. He first took that elephant safari in the Mihimuk area of the central Kohora range of the park, followed by the jeep safari inside the same range. He, in fact, landed in the Golaghat district of Assam, so he got a sense of the diverse and beautiful culture, as he said, of Assam. So he landed in Golaghat in Assam, his second visit to Assam in as many days. Today, of course, he will be dedicating several projects to the Northeast, his Viksit Bharat, Viksit Northeast push. The Prime Minister, in fact, from here will be headed to Itanagar. And subsequent to that, he will be back in Jorhat for that program, that public program. Suryagni, my colleague, is joining us for more on this. The Prime Minister, of course, waking up early this morning, Suryagni, for that beautiful safari that he's taken in the Kaziranga National Park.
Well, absolutely, Paulami. And, what we are gathering is that, he's the first Prime Minister to stay overnight at Kaziranga in almost 50 years. So this is a very, very interesting development that has happened. And we saw these wonderful visuals of the jungle safari he's participating at, where, he is inside the very famous Kaziranga National Park in Assam. Now, Paulami, projects worth 18,000 crore plus will be will be flagged off by the Prime Minister. The foundation stones will be laid off in a short while from now. And as you were mentioning, it's just not Assam, but also Assam, and following which he will be visiting Arunachal. And after that, he'll be back in Jorhat. And then from there, he's not going to Delhi, but he's coming to West Bengal. He has an event in Siliguri in North Bengal. So it's a very, it's a push to not only to northeastern states, but also to development projects in North Bengal as well. It's a very, very, hectic schedule that we can understand for the Prime Minister, and which is very much focusing not only on Northeast, but also the northern part of West Bengal. Back to you.
Absolutely. And of course, the East has been a frontier to some extent, the Northeast, where the BJP has managed to, over the last 10 years, find its own footprint as well. But of course, West Bengal continues to be a frontier. Odisha continues to be a frontier that they hope to conquer in the coming years. Now, of course, forging alliances, at least in Odisha, in order to make that a smoother process. But as far as Northeast is concerned, Suryagni, how confident is the BJP about its performance in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections?
Well, Pauline, as you mentioned, almost let's say 10 years back, the BJP was not really in a very good position in the Northeast. However, in the past 10 years, a lot of things has changed. And today, we can rightly say that as of now, politically, the Northeast, all these states are, they are a stronghold of the NDA and the BJP as well. Look at any state of the Northeast, be it Nagaland or Arunachal or even Tripura. All these states are very much, they have become forts of the Northeast, especially Assam, which is considered to be one of the, high-performing BJP states as per the BJP leaders themselves. So currently, the BJP has a very, very strong footing over there throughout the Seven Sisters of Northeast. And maybe that is the reason why, Rahul Gandhi started his Nyaya Yatra from there from Manipur, from Northeast, trying to make sure that, some kind of a resilience or some kind of a political, fight can be given to the BJP because as of now, as we have been seeing for the past 10 years, electorally and politically, follow me, the Northeast, the Seven Sisters are very much in the grip of the BJP when we do any kind of a political analysis of sorts. Back to you.
Right. So the Northeast is what the BJP definitely feels extremely confident about, especially Assam, where Chief Minister Hemanta Biswa Sarma has, of course, solidified the BJP's position over the last few years in terms of its electoral prospects. And, of course, because he's NEDA chairman as well, which basically means he is in charge of the BJP's Northeast campaign, he has ensured that the footprint of the Saffron Party grows in the Northeast as well. So they're hoping that the Northeast and the BJP's campaign there pays dividends as well. So we are staying with these beautiful pictures of the Prime Minister on that safari at the Kaziranga National Park early this morning. Like I said, at 5:45 a.m. he was to be on that safari. Of course, pictures just trickling in right now. So he's already been on that safari. He was on an elephant safari and a jeep safari as well. He's the first Prime Minister we hear to spend a night at Kaziranga. Last evening, he landed at Golaghat in Assam. Today, of course, he will be in Assam. He will be in Arunachal Pradesh as well before he proceeds to Uttar Pradesh and his constituency of Kashi, from where he is seeking re-election in 2024. Suryagni is joining us. Suryagni, of course, I skipped the part that he's going to be in West Bengal as well. The fact of the matter, as you mentioned, he's going to be in Siliguri in North Bengal. As far as, they have, of course, announced some candidates, the BJP, for the state of Bengal and for Assam. Assam, as you spoke about, the Northeast, they feel confident about, especially with Hemanta Biswa Sarma in charge of the BJP's campaign. But when we speak of North Bengal itself, and some of the candidates have already been announced already, like Kuch Bihar, Alipurdwar, how is the BJP's campaign shaping up in the northern part of Bengal?
Follow me. If you look at the political dividends that BJP has got in ever since 2019, a lot of it has come from northern part of Bengal. As you mentioned, Siliguri, Balurghat, or Alipurdwar, and or even a Kuch Bihar. The MOS home is from Kuch Bihar. The state's president has won from Balurghat. Even Siliguri has a BJP MLA as well. Now, the BJP knows that the BJP knows that somewhere they are very, they are confident to get more seats from the northern part of Bengal than the southern part of Bengal. And maybe that is the reason why the Prime Minister is deciding to, do a Sabha at Siliguri. Ahead of 2019, Siliguri and some parts they haven't ahead of 2024. Some parts haven't really been, the candidates haven't been named as of yet,
Right.
but it's still clear that the BJP really pushes hard to make sure that the seats that they have won, especially from North Bengal, they do not lose them. And maybe that is the reason why after the southern part of Bengal, where the Prime Minister had come in a back-to-back 3-day affair, it is Shiliguri. And what we do understand is that the next couple of events that the Prime Minister will do over here in Bengal will be, specifically towards in areas in the northern part of Bengal to make sure that the seats that they have won, they do a repeat performance of it. Back to you.
Right. Suryagni, thank you so much for joining us with all of those details. So the Prime Minister is on an eastern sojourn today. He will be in Assam, he will be in Arunachal Pradesh, and he will be in West Bengal yet again, his fourth such time in West Bengal since the start of this month. So a big eastern focus as far as the BJP is concerned. But today, of course, Viksit Bharat, Viksit Northeast will be the focus for the Prime Minister in the first half of the day. Those are, of course, the Prime Minister's pictures from his safari at the Kaziranga National Park.